Although you never see Dolly Parton's husband Carl Dean out in public, the way she's spoken about him, you just know their relationship is one of pure gold.
So people come up and, he just looks like a gardener or just somebody working there. And that's what he wants them to think. So they start to take pictures. He said, no, don't, you got the wrong one. I just work here. And so then they start asking him questions about me and about my family. I said, what's she like? He said, oh, she's really nice. I just love her. But her husband, I don't know about him. He's kind of weird.
This video is going to be bittersweet because on Monday, March 3rd, Carl Dean died at the age of 82. If you've lost a partner before, I'm sure you can deeply empathize with the sadness Dolly Parton is most likely experiencing right now. They've known each other since 1964, and they were just shy of celebrating their 59th wedding anniversary. Subscribers know we get right to the point, so let's do this. A timeline of their relationship and why their wedding was a little controversial. In fact, let's start right there.
Well, I actually had just signed with Monument Records, and Fred Foster, who was the head of the label, he was investing quite a bit of money in me to try to get me started in the business. And he had heard that I was engaged, and that and we'd already sent out our wedding invitations. And so he called me in the office and said, I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't get married for at least a year.
Ooh, sounds like wedding bells weren't exactly jiving with Dolly's musical career. The rest of this is quite fascinating, but to fully get the big picture here, I want to briefly run you through how the pair met. Dolly and Carl met in Nashville in 1964. They met at Wishy Washy Laundromat on Dolly's first day in Nashville. Dolly, teach me your tricks, girl. Thumbs up this video if you just love that. The two would begin dating shortly after. At the time, Parton was living with her aunt and uncle, watching their son while they were at work.
And so he called me in the office and said, I would really appreciate it if you wouldn't get married for at least a year, so I can kind of make sure that I can get a return on my investment, because I want you to be free to work and do whatever you need to do. I said, okay. So that weekend, me and Carl went to Ringgold, Georgia, and got married, so it wouldn't be in the Tennessee papers. So
you little rebel, Dolly. Okay, I've got to listen to that again.
So that weekend, me and Carl went to Ringgold, Georgia, and got married, so it wouldn't be in the Tennessee papers. So anyway, so we went down there, and my mom went with us, and Mom had made me a little white dress, and I said, I'm not getting married in a courthouse, so we had to go back the following Monday. I have to be married in the church. So Carl's not Baptist, I'm not Baptist. Well, my dad was Baptist, my daddy's people, Mom was Pentecostal, so I'm a Baptist-costal. But we couldn't find a Baptist-costal church anywhere. So we actually got married in Ringgold, Georgia Baptist Church, inside, no people there, just the preacher, his wife, the witness, and Mama, and Carl and I. And so we thought, well, we never got a chance to, do our whole big wedding, and I missed having a wedding dress and all that, so.
It's precious hearing Dolly talk about Carl. If you're wondering right now why Carl kind of seems like a mystery, it's because, well, you never see him. As Parton explained in a podcast interview with Jelly Roll's wife, Bunny XO, in 2024, Carl Dean was so uncomfortable with the spotlight that he outright refused to take part in any music business events after attending the BMI Awards with her not so long after they were married. Parton was slated to receive her first ever Songwriter of the Year award at the ceremony. Quote, I rented a tux and begged him to go, she said, and he did, and oh, was he so uncomfortable the whole night. When they returned home after the high-profile event, Carl was adamant. Quote, he said, look now, I want you to do everything you want to do, and I wish you the best, but don't ever ask me to go to another one of these damn things because I'm not doing it. And he never did, and I respected that. I didn't know he was going to be that uneasy. Despite his hostility towards the spotlight, Carl Dean was Parton's biggest cheerleader in private, as she noted when she shared a throwback picture of them together in 2021. Quote, you find a partner who will support you like my Carl Dean does, she wrote in the caption. Dolly had always wanted something still private, but a little more glamorous when it came to a wedding. So she made it happen. In 2016, the two renewed their vows. Telling People.com in an interview, quote, I'll have a beautiful wedding dress because I didn't have a big, long wedding dress when we got married, and we've got a suit for him, so we're going to dress up and take a bunch of pictures. Okay, now I love this next part because not only did Dolly know that those photos from the vow renewal would be highly coveted, she used that opportunity to give back.
And I missed having a wedding dress and all that, so I'm being fitted up for that, and he's looking for suits, and we're gonna take a bunch of pictures, and so I might even sell some to the rag mags and take the money and give it to the Imagination Library. That's my plan. So anyway, yeah, we're just gonna do it all over again.
We did a full deep dive on the relationship, and I'll go on and leave a link to it in the description section of this video. In the title of this video, I also mentioned that the couple never had children. In 2014, she told Billboard that while the two were dating, she assumed they would have kids once they were married. Quote, "We weren't doing anything to stop it. In fact, we thought maybe we would. We even had names if we did, but it didn't turn out that way." Looking back though, she now sees remaining childless as a way to focus on her philanthropic work aimed at enriching children's lives, such as creating her Imagination Library. She also focused her attention on maintaining close relationships with the children in her extended family. Quote, "Now I say, God didn't mean for me to have kids so everybody's kids could be mine. I'm very close to my family. 5 of my younger brothers and sisters lived with me and Carl for many years, and very close to our nieces and nephews. Now that Carl and I are older, we often say, aren't you glad we didn't have kids? Now we don't have kids to worry about." On Monday, Dolly's team shared the heartbreaking news of Carl's death. Carl Dean, husband of Dolly Parton, passed away March 3rd in Nashville at the age of 82. He will be laid to rest in a private ceremony with immediate family attending. He was survived by his siblings, Sandra and Donnie. Quote, "Carl and I spent many wonderful years together. Words cannot do justice to the love we shared for over 60 years. Thank you for your prayers and sympathy." Dolly has made so many friends being in the music industry for years, several sharing their love and support for the singer on social media. Parton's sister Stella also shared her gratitude on X, writing, quote, "On behalf of my sister Dolly, our family, and Carl's family, we appreciate your prayers at this time." As we wrap up, I want to encourage the comment section of this video to be one full of love, prayers, encouragement for both Dolly, her family, and all those close to Carl. I'm Addison Hager for Taste of Country. Thanks for watching, and thanks for subscribing.